On this week's episode, we are going to talk about our must-have products.
It sounds like an ad, but we promise it isn't. It's just an endorsement.
So stick around.
Hi, and welcome to Rare with Flair,
the podcast where two best friends with the same rare disease are living our best lives. I'm your host, Casey.
And I'm your host, Cassandra. How have you been, Case?
I have been great. You know why?
Why?
Because we launched our fundraiser on Rare Disease Day. And you guys, we have sold already 24 hats.
Honestly, so blown away. We were worried that we wouldn't be able to sell the minimum to print, which was 14.
Yeah.
But seriously, Thank you guys so much for your generosity. It really, really, really means the world to us, and it's going to make a big difference for the HPS network, where all of the profits will go.
Yes, we cannot thank you enough. Seriously, thank you so much. And the fundraiser is still open. So if you're listening to this and you would like a Rare with Flair bucket hat and to give to the HPS network, find the link on our Instagram and Facebook.
It's also on our website, rarewithflair.com. And, I hear you. I hear you saying oh, shoot, I meant to do that, but forgot because I am
right.
you.
You just clearly just forgot. You meant to buy a hat. You
Obviously.
might have forgotten.
Obviously.
Might have slipped your mind.
And, like we've said before, if you don't want to buy a hat, which, why wouldn't you? But okay. You can still just donate to the network. And that also is a major help.
Yes. Also, quick reminder of, I feel like we need to do a few housekeeping notes because it's been a hot minute since we have. But a quick reminder for any of you who are new listening, we do upload every other Tuesday. Sometimes it might be a little late. And that's not our fault. We really actually don't have any control over when the episode actually goes out to the apps.
Wah-wah.
But you can always listen on rarewithflair.com on Tuesday if you're waiting for it to be on your favorite app. But we're working on that, and it should be a little better. But we really don't have a lot of control. So
if you would like to pretend that you live in the year 2008, you can sign up for emails whenever a new post goes live.
That's also true. But Cass, has your week been good?
My week has been good, Case. It has been pretty chill, pretty low key. I feel like I've done a lot of things that I enjoy, like going for some walks and baking some things.
You bake so much, and it's genuinely impressive. So I actually also baked over the weekend, and I like to bake a lot, but I hate the cleanup, and it keeps me from actually doing it more often because it's so many different things to clean up.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, sometimes I give up and end up just using the dishwasher because I never really end up using the dishwasher because Case and I, we both live alone, and I sometimes have people over, but it's never enough to warrant the dishwasher. But sometimes when I bake something really involved, I'm like, you know what? It's the dishwasher time. There are so many dishes here.
Yeah, what is one of your favorite things you've baked recently?
Ooh, shoot. Let's see. I think I already talked about the tart that I made for my dad's birthday about a month ago. I definitely talked about that already. Well, I would say this is a favorite, but you know what? No. Okay. I'm thinking of a few. I've made a few things recently. I actually made donuts for the first time.
Yes, and they looked amazing.
I'm shocked, honestly. I'm scared of deep frying things, not because of the oil, but because I'm scared that they're gonna be overcooked on the outside and raw in the middle, because I've had that happen before. But I was really intentional. I was monitoring the temperature like a hawk, and they really turned out. I was so pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, they looked so good.
Thank you, girl. What did you bake this weekend?
I actually baked for it was a Noah event we did, a cookie decorating thing. So it was really fun, and I baked the cookies from scratch, and I made the icing from scratch, and it was a lot of fun.
Ooh, how'd your decorating turn out? Because those precision decorating things like cakes and cookies, I don't.
Well, so my cookies turned out perfectly. I couldn't have been more pleased with how the cookies turned out. The icing, though, I made it way too runny, and I was having a lot of trouble. I didn't get the consistency right, and I was having trouble decorating. But you know what? That's what practice is for. Next time,
exactly. It's a learning process.
Yeah, but that was fun.
Oh. Man, speaking of the kitchen, I'm like forcing this into a segue.
Oh, yeah.
We had this idea. I think it was Case's idea, probably. And I really love this idea because I've heard other podcasts do this kind of an episode of just like listing things that you use that you really like. And it's hard to not make it feel like an ad. We promise that it isn't. We are not getting paid for any of the things that we're saying. But we just really like these things.
Yes, and we've done like a favorite things episode before where we talk about like our favorite movies and all that kind of stuff. But this is like actual products that we use on a like usually daily or weekly basis that we feel like we could not live without. Obviously, we could probably live without these things, but we feel as though what was our life like before we had these items? And this is a fun episode because it's kind of giving you a break from the rare. It's kind of a flair moment for you all to listen to. But also you might get great recommendations of products you never knew. And I'm excited to hear Cass's because I think I'll get some recs from you and vice versa.
Well, you know what's really funny is like we obviously do this and like publish it online so that listeners can hear it. But like the amount of times Casey and I have just influenced each other by episodes, like we were just talking about our makeup episode and how things that she mentioned on that one I have used and vice versa. So like it's just I'm so excited because I want to buy things.
I'm excited and I feel like our passion for these items is really going to shine through because a lot of these I could talk about for a while. I'll try not to be too long-winded.
Same.
But we each have 15 things on our list here. So hopefully this episode won't be 7 hours long. No,
right. But they're like, you know, and they may be things. Some of these things we haven't shared what is on each other's list. Like we've been very good about it this whole time.
We've been good. # save it for the pod.
But I think that we're going to have some overlap, and that's okay. Oh,
we might.
Which means that you guys get a double endorsement.
Yeah, we might. I'm wondering if we will. I'm wondering if
it's potential. We may like
it's potential.
I know for a fact that like some things on my list like you own and you were saying the same, but
oh yeah. Mm-hmm,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Would you like to start?
Yeah.
You're just so excited.
I'm laughing because my first one, I think people are going to turn it off when I say my first one.
Just pick a different first.
Okay, I'll pick a different. That's a good idea. They
don't know the order of your list.
Okay. So we're starting off with something. Let's see what I want to start off with then. Okay, so I'm basic. I'll admit it. We all got to be basic girls every once in a while. Basic girlies.
That's okay. We're starting off broad.
Starting off with something super basic that is annoying. It's so basic, it's annoying. But it really is just wonderful. And that is my Stanley Cup. Okay?
I know. Okay. I definitely was thinking of that. Okay. I'm making this about me, but I was at her birthday when she received it, and she was beyond thrilled.
I was. Not to be confused with the sport. I don't even know what sport the Stanley Cup is.
It's a hockey thing.
Golf? Hockey?
Wait, is that?
It's hockey?
I think so. Wait.
I was thinking like tennis or golf, but no, you're probably right. I know nothing about sports. Nothing.
I'm like doubting myself now. Some sports people are laughing right now.
It sounds hockeyish. It does sound hockeyish to me. No, people are losing their minds at how stupid I am when it comes to sports.
They're like, wow.
No. My brain knows everything about musical theater, and there's no room left.
There's no room left for sports.
So I'm so sorry, but not to be confused with the Stanley Cup, the sports thing, but it's a cup. The brand is Stanley. You've all seen it probably, but it's like
the TikTok girl cup.
Yeah, and the reasons I love it, it has a handle. You can carry it around easily. We love that. It has a straw. We love that. And it's actually ginormous, so it makes me drink a lot of water. And we also love that. And mine is a pretty lavender color. So, you know,
it's cute.
I do have it with me most of the time. And I do drink out of other water bottles still. Like, I still use my other water bottles, especially if I need a smaller one for, like, traveling purposes. But one of the good things about the Stanley Cup is the bottom part of it is smaller, so you can fit it in your cup holder. They really thought of everything. You know, this is not an ad.
They really thought of everything.
I feel like everything we talk about, we're going to be, like, gushing over like it's an ad.
Right? It's got a straw, right?
Yes, it has a straw.
Okay.
And I love that.
Is it easy to clean?
It is dishwasher safe.
Nice.
Yeah, but I usually hand wash it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's super easy to clean because it's big enough where you don't have to, like, you know how some water bottles are so small you can't get in there?
Right.
You know?
It's like way too like narrow.
You can get in there, man. Nice. It's great. I highly recommend it. I love my Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad that, like, you were super excited about it when you got it. And so I'm glad it's, like, lived up to the expectation.
I'm drinking from it as we speak.
They can hear your endorsement as you drink from your Stanley
from a mile away.
Well, okay. Well, I will do something very similar, and it's that I love my Hydro Flask. I carry it around with me like it's a baby. It is my emotional support water bottle, and I feel like I'll take it places and later on process that I didn't actually drink any water while I was at that place, but I had it with me.
You know what? If there's anything almost as basic as the Stanley Cup, it's the Hydro Flask. So we both are
the
very
Hydro
basic.
Flask. Yep.
Because that's like the e-girl or whatever they say. Like there's another name for that. The Hydro Flask is that
the
girl.
Hydro Flask girl. Yeah. No, it's the Visco girl.
Visco girl. That's it.
I think that's like probably aged out by now, but like.
You know, that's fine.
We're like showing our age. But no, I do really like the Hydro Flask. It really does insulate super well. I feel like I can put water in here for many hours at a time and it'll still be cold. I like mine. I don't really like super wide mouth things because I feel like I'll drown. Just like too much water at once. But I have like a little, like a sport cap where it's just got one of those lids that you can like compress and like expand and you can just drink out of it like a little, like a bottle. And I like that a lot. I feel like it gives me the adequate amount of control that I need. And it has lots of silly stickers. So
I love the stickers. Yes. I have another water bottle with stickers. I still use that on occasion. I still like that one. Okay, nice. We both had our water bottles, so we are kind of overlapping. We are kind of overlapping. But you gotta love a good water bottle. Keeps us healthy. We're drinking water. My next one, this is the one that I said you were gonna turn off the podcast, everybody. So this may come as a surprise to some of you. My Kindle.
Why would we turn it off?
Because I talk about it every episode I mention this. Okay, it's my Kindle. I have a Kindle Paperwhite. I have the newer version because I love a Kindle. I pretty much use it every day. I've talked about it ad nauseum. Like, I have not shut up about this thing, but I love that it doesn't strain my eyes. I'm able to read. It's really lightweight. I've said all of this 1,000 times. If you've listened to this podcast at all, you've heard me talk about my Kindle.
I feel like especially lately it's come up like in context a lot.
It has, but I love it with my heart and soul. And when sometimes I just look at it and like a tear comes down my face.
Like
a little bit.
Gently rolls.
A gentle tear, just one tear.
Cheek.
Gently rolling because I just have that much love in my heart.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you both.
Thank you. It's I'm like married. Like it's like a wedding photo of me and my Kindle.
I hope you have the happiest life together.
Oh, we do, and we will. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. In the realm of technology, it's not super original, but I like my AirPods a lot. I really do. I like them a lot. I have them all the time. The moments that I've thought I've lost my AirPods, i.e. right before this episode, have filled me with panic and dread. And, and you know, I love it. I have the AirPods Pro. I've had them for like almost 3 years now. Like they've lasted really, really well. The case is it's like small and it's fun to hold.
Magnetic. It
is. I like that. I like the noise canceling. They have really good noise canceling.
They do.
I'm very satisfied with that. I you know, nothing is perfect. I wish they had longer battery life. However, I am really satisfied overall with them. So, the AirPods.
Yeah. Awesome. Love that. My next one, truly, I'm about to tear up again. I get emotional. When I think of my life before this thing, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know how I made it. I don't know how I lived. If this item were to leave me, I'd be in distress. And that is my Roomba.
Yes. That's on my list too.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, yes. My Robo vacuum has changed my life. My house is clean. I'm happy. You know, we've talked about as visually impaired people, it's kind of hard to see stuff on the floor. And my Roomba, it's not perfect either.
It's not perfect.
Sometimes gets mad at me, and sometimes things are wrong, and
She's
it
very
annoys
temperamental.
me sometimes. But man, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm literally smiling at it. Like, I love you so much. So now you can take some time. On your soapbox about the Roomba.
All right. So I got a Roomba. Oh shoot. I think around the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and you know I didn't value her as much because I at that point I lived in a smaller apartment. And it didn't take that long to vacuum the carpet, and it was fine. It was okay. You know, she worked, but it was okay. But the moment that I moved into my house, I finally decided, I broke down and gave in to the technology overlords, and I finally connected her to Wi-Fi so that she would run on the schedule. And she's in the living room, and oh my goodness, pretty much every day, asterisk, unless she gets stuck in something and I forget to put her back. Pretty much every day, she goes off, and my living room, in general, is it's so great. I have a dog that sheds a lot, and it just, it makes all the difference in the world. I don't know. And
what's her name?
Her name is Rumbita.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Yours Mine's a boy. Frederick.
Ooh, cute.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Freddie. Mr. Roomba Fred.
And I have to keep up with his name along with all of my plants, my 20 plants names. Which I do.
This is why I don't name things.
Yeah, and I somehow remember them. They're my babies.
Casey gave me a plant tour the other day on we were just messaging each other, and she was like, and this is yes, this is so, and she remembered them all without fail. It may have taken her a second, but she knew them all. So honestly, mad props.
I did remember them all, but there were a few where I was like, and your name is
But she got them.
I did remember.
She did well.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. Okay, so I have a fairly severe nail/skin picking disorder.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about. Oh, yes.
I've been to therapy literally for this. it got really bad, and I still have a skin picking problem, but my nails, I was like, the only way to get past picking my nails is to make them stronger, because when they're really weak and brittle, you're going to bite them, you're going to pick them all the time. You got to make them like rock hard to not bother them. So I have this product that I love called Nail Tiques, spelled Nail, nail, Tiques. You
wait,
can get it on Amazon.
This is not what I thought you were going to talk about.
Oh, what do you think I was going to talk about?
I know you had a fidget ring for a while.
Oh, I love my fidget toys. Yeah, I do. I love my fidgets. But no, Nail Tiques. It's a very clear polish. It dries like basically instantly. You put it on your nails. You can put it over nail polish or just like on your plain nail, and it makes them literally like so strong and rock hard. And I use it all the time, and it has changed my nail biting life. Yeah,
my nails break.
Oh, girl,
Nail Tiques.
Nail Tiques.
Wow. Okay.
I'm telling you, get in the game. Get on it.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Okay, see, we're already influencing each other. We're such influencers.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I should have mentioned this after you mentioned your Kindle, and I think this is also, on your list. But I have had an iPad for, oh my goodness, well over 10 years, actually. I think I got it in like 2011, 2012. And I don't function well without my iPad.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's true.
I really don't. Like,
yeah,
I feel lost.
You really love your iPad a lot.
I'm just gonna, this is not enough. I need to break down all of the things that I do with it just really quickly, because
absolutely. Do tell.
This is what makes it important. Okay, of course I watch TV on my iPad, because then I can hold it up close to my face. This is very important. I use this all the time for school. So I've talked about my never-ending love for the Notability app. But like I take notes for school. I read on my iPad, because I don't read as much as Case, so I don't have a Kindle. But I will read on my iPad with like Libby, or with through Bookshare with the what is it called? The Voice Stream app. I do some design work on there, so like a lot of times like I'll use Canva on my iPad or on a computer, but also on my iPad. Oh man, what else do? I do a Bible study on my iPad. I like to watch social media on my iPad because I can see it a lot better. I know something you do. I record the pod.
Well, no, I know something you do that I use it for too, and this is a pretty big one.
Girl.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, just say it.
We both sing on the worship teams at our churches.
Yes.
And we use our iPad to read the lyrics that we cannot otherwise see. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to be on worship team if I didn't have my iPad.
Yeah, or I would have to like really commit all the songs to memory, which it would be a lot of memory.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible. Yeah. It's like 5 new songs a week.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, I also use Notability for that, where, like, I'll like, import the lyrics as PDFs, and I can have it on a music stand, and I can just kind of, and I've asked people, especially when I started doing this, like, oh, does it look like I'm, like, using an iPad? They're like, no, honestly, not really. And so I just kind of, like, gently, like, move my hand back and forth, and, like, it's zoomed in pretty far. It's so there have been times where I was at I'd visited my parents, and I took my iPad with me, and then I went back to my, home or apartment, and I'll have left it at my parents' house, and they live like an hour away, so it's not like they could really just bring it over. Yeah. And I'll call my mom, and I'll be like, I left my iPad at your house. And like I don't know how I'm gonna do anything, because that's mostly how I watch TV. So like, how am I gonna do anything now?
Yeah. iPad is also on my list. So fun fact, I do not have a TV in my living room at all. Like, I don't have a TV. The iPad is my TV. I have an amazing stand that I got on Amazon where I can sit on the couch and like have this. What? Is that on your list?
The iPad stand is on my list, and it's because you recommended it to me.
Yeah, well, this technically it's not on my list, but that iPad stand is a game changer because I can sit on the couch and watch TV. That's how I watch TV. I think I've had my iPad since like 2014. I was kind of against it for a little while, but that is how I have been watching TV since then.
Wait, hot takes. Why were you against it?
I was against it because I was like, my phone is the same. I don't need a bigger version of my phone. And then I was like, oh, wait, I totally do. So I watch TV with it is my main thing. And then, yeah, at church, I also like have a music stand that I put the iPad on the music stand. That has been a game changer. I literally would not be able to sing if I didn't have that. Like literally, like that. I don't know what else I would use. And because I can't really read paper lyrics unless they're right up to my face.
Or they're like, they've got to be huge, and it'd be like 2 lyrics per sheet.
Yeah, two words per sheet for like 5 songs, and no thank you. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I use it for. I mean, yeah, sometimes I use it I use it to FaceTime right now.
Yeah.
I use it for social media. I feel like I'm not as obsessed with it as you. Like, I don't use it as much as you. But yeah. I do use it for TV and singing. So, yeah.
Ugh, love the iPad.
Do you want to make your next one the iPad stand?
Okay, I do really like the iPad stand. I don't use it as much. I mostly have it like close to my bed so that I can like have it on while I might be doing something else, or like kind of as background noise, or I can just like watch TV without having to hold it up. You know, I've gotten pretty used to holding it up, and I don't have I don't struggle with as much like chronic pain stuff as Case does, where like holding it is like presents more of a challenge. But it really frees up your hands. I really like having it in the kitchen sometimes when I'm like doing dishes and I can kind of just glance over and watch something. It is really, really helpful. I am really glad that you recommended it to me.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So helpful. So was that your next one?
That was my next thing.
Okay. My next one is something that we've talked about on the pod before, and we've gushed about it before, and you are the one that but strongly recommended.
I'm scared.
No, and this is a different thing. This is a different thing than what you're thinking of. So, okay, you guys, I love this product with my entire being, and I use it all the time. You're going to be so happy when I say this. You're going to be so happy. My Crocs.
Yes!
Let me talk to you about Crocs, okay? Let me talk to you about Crocs. These shoes. Okay. Here are some of the best times to wear a Croc. Any time is a good time to wear a Croc.
It really is.
Here's the times where I'm so glad I have a Croc. When I am flying... I do not fly without a Croc on my foot. I will not be on an airplane without a Croc on my foot. They're so easy to slide on and off. They're so lightweight. They're so comfortable. Also, road trips in the car. Great to have a clog. You slide on and off. At the pool, at the beach, even just to like take my dog out in the morning. I have them right next to my door. I'm always slipping on if I need to run an errand really quick and I just need to slip on some shoes, it's the Crocs. I freaking love them. I love them. And I use them constantly. I got they're not super cheap. I got my money's worth out of my Crocs.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love them.
Oh, girl. It's not on my list, but I will gush about it because I'm a big believer. And, like, we talked about it.
I'm a big believer.
We talked about it on the Disney episode where we did reunited back in 2021. And, oh my gosh, I had just started using them because like all of my friends were trying to get me into them, and I was like, those are stupid shoes. Those shoes are very stupid. And I didn't want to do it. And then I was like, okay, Mom, I asked my mom to do it with me. So we both bought Crocs before we went to Disney World. And honestly, there is no other shoe I would rather wear than at Disney World than the Crocs. They are very, very surprisingly comfortable. And you're like, wow, how can rubber shoes be comfy?
They don't give you a blister. They don't rub. Yeah. They are wonderful. I genuinely like get joy out of traveling in them because they're the best travel. Like, mark my words, do not argue with me. They're the best travel.
Do not argue with me.
Do not say. You cannot tell me that they're not the best travel shoe.
And you can wear them with and without socks.
Oh, I love them with. I wear them with. I wear Crocs with socks. # Crocs with socks.
I love Crocs with socks.
I think they're so ugly. They're cute.
Yeah, exactly. And girl, I'm telling you, I was looking at a new pair of Crocs that really caught my eye. Girl,
we have to talk after this episode because there's a new pair that I think I'm gonna buy.
I'm so close to buying a pair too. If you do it, I will.
Me too. I'm not kidding.
I'm so excited. Okay, we have to compare.
We have to talk.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I have several things on my list that are kitchen items.
I knew you would, girl.
No surprise to anyone.
No surprises here.
Okay. All right. So one thing, and I guess it kind of broadly applies to several things, but all right. Pretty much every morning for breakfast, I love breakfast. And if you've heard this pod, I guess it's kind of a deep cut fact, but I love eggs so much.
Yes.
Every day I eat an egg, and I make it for breakfast, and I use this very small, like I think it's maybe 5 inches, cast iron baby skillet. And oh my goodness, it fills me with joy. I love my stupid skillet. It is perfect for my one egg, and it's just part of my day. I love it.
That's so cute. I can confirm she does eat an egg literally every morning because even when she stayed here with me, she made herself an egg in the morning.
Yo, I'll be like traveling and like I'll be getting like decent breakfasts every day, like nice like brunches and stuff. But like after a few days, I'm like, I miss my egg.
Where's the egg?
Where's my morning egg?
I love that mini skillet. Since you did that one, I'll make my next one my only food item on the list, or my only kitchen item on the list, and it's actually something you bought me for my birthday. And it is my cookie scooper, guys.
Yes!
So
I'm so glad you like it.
I do love it because I love to bake, and I specifically love to bake cookies. If you ask me what my favorite dessert is in the world, it's a cookie, and I love doing different cookies, and it's fun. And Cass got me this scooper, and it's the kind that releases, where like you scoop and then you like hold the thing together and the dough falls out. Mm-hmm. Extremely helpful, gives you a measured amount of dough every time. And I love it, and how did I live without it before? I don't know.
Girl, I'm so glad. I'm
yes.
a big fan of the OXO Good Grips brand. Like, all of their stuff is pretty ergonomic. So I'm really glad that it's worked out for you. And if you ever really want more flexibility, they have ones in different sizes. So you can get bigger and smaller ones.
Love it.
Okay, another kitchen thing I have is, all right, I'm gonna gush about my coffee pot because that is something else I use every day. So it's called a mocha pot. I think it's spelled M-O-K-A. In Spanish, we call it a greca. It's just G-R-E-C-A. It's those I don't know, we use them a lot in Latin America, and they're like used a lot in Italy too. It's those like little, I don't know, they're really cute looking coffee pots that they're metal, and you put them on the stove. And so you fill the bottom with water up to like the level of a valve, and then there's like a little filter basket that you fill with coffee grounds, and then you just like place it on the stove and put it over medium. And I love that. I've used that thing pretty much every morning for 3-4 years. It is like a staple of my routine. I have one that I feel like is the perfect size for me in the morning, where I think it's called the 3 cup. And it makes pretty strong coffee, I will say. So if you're not much of a coffee person, it might be like a little too strong, bordering on the espresso-y side, but I really, really now it's anything less than that is too weak, right? Yes. Too much tolerance. But I have the Bialetti one that's like the kind of just like the classic Italian one, and it brews very reliably. I've had some cheaper ones before. They also get the job done, but they're not as easy to clean, or they're not as like, I don't know, effective, maybe, whatever. But like a little messier maybe. But I love my coffee pot. I have 2 sizes. I have that one and like one that's bigger for double the size, that like if I end up brewing at like midday, like on a weekend or something, then I have more coffee throughout the day.
Love that. I'm not a coffee drinker, but it sounds really like cute. It sounds like a fun little process.
It's fun. Feels very ritual, you know?
Yeah, I love that. I love a routine.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. I am a dog walker person. I walk my dog every day if I can. If the weather's not rainy, I walk him every day. And you being a guide dog person, I'm sure you have like a version of this-ish, but your situation is different since your dog is always with you. But I have this purse. I don't even know if you'd want to call it a purse. It's not cute. But I have this purse, and it has a like specific hole where you can pull your dog poop bags through this hole.
Okay.
And how did I live before this bag? Because just like so if you don't have a dog, you know, dogs, you pick up their poop with these like little bags, and if you had to like pull them out of a regular bag, it would be kind of difficult. But this makes it to where it's almost like when you're pulling a wet wipe like out of like a,
yeah, or like when you're pulling a bag off the roll of the ones in the grocery store.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, like a Clorox wipe in those like canister things where you're like pulling a new one out. Yeah, it's like a hole. And you,
I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I might not be describing it well, but I love that thing because it's like the bag is right there ready to go. Nice. And, you know, my dog poops a lot, so we always need a bag.
I love that. Okay, I have something that is in my bag. So I got this. It wasn't really the thing itself, but more, I guess, the concept of the thing. So I have a little container that I keep in my purse. I found a cute one. I think I got it from like Urban Outfitters or something. And it is a box where I keep various like pills that I want to have on hand. I really, really like that container. I feel like it has the perfect amount of storage. I have like just a few of each thing. So I have like Tylenol. I have you know, the Tylenol, the Excedrin without the aspirin. So I have the Tylenol plus caffeine. I have antacids. I have Imodium because like your girl's got GI beef. I've got Benadryl in case there's like a weird allergy thing going on. I've got it all to the point where like sometimes people have been feeling crappy and I was like, well, I have Tylenol in my bag. Do you want some? Like, yeah.
I have a similar thing. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I love it.
It's very convenient. It's saved me so many times when I feel like I'm getting a headache and I'm like, oh, gee, what do I do? I have them with me.
Yes, I love it. I have one side of it is headache and one side of it is stomach. Is how mine is organized. And it really has saved me many times. That's not on my list, but I do love mine as well. My next thing, you have this exact same item. It is my Victrola Bluetooth radio.
Okay, so I don't love it as much as you, but I have a different routine.
I use my radio every single day. Not necessarily to listen to the radio, but to listen to Bluetooth, Spotify through it. So this is my ritual. It's on my desk that I work at. I sit down in the morning to work. I connect my Bluetooth and I play an album or 2 or 3 or 5 through that radio. And I really like prefer listening to an album out of that over listening to it out of my iPhone speaker. It makes it so much more of an experience. It sounds better. You can make it louder.
Yeah.
I love it. It's also just super cute looking. It looks really like vintage and cute on my desk, but I use it every single day. I use that thing. I love it.
Ooh, okay. I was like debating, like talking about this because I feel like I don't use it every day, but when I is it, I am just, I fall back in love with it every day.
I know what you're going to say.
Well, no, I don't know if you will.
Never mind.
I have one of those JBL speakers, like the cylinder ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's not what I thought.
Those are really good. And they're awesome. They're super portable. See, my beef with the thing that Case just mentioned is that, like, it's not portable. So yeah. I feel like I don't always work in the same spot. I have just a couple different spots I work in, but like I don't want to like unplug it and then carry it around with me.
Right.
But I have my little JBL speaker and the battery lasts a long time. It's got really good sound quality. So I really like that.
Love that. Sorry, I thought you were going to talk about your turntable for your records.
I do love my turntable, and
I love mine too.
You did buy the same one that I recommended.
I did buy the exact same one. So now we have the same radio and the same turntable. Oh. And it's a great life because they're both solid products.
They really are. They really are.
And they're both aesthetically pleasing too. They both look nice. So yeah.
All right. I did just mention the speaker, so.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, that was on your list?
It was on my list.
The speaker was on your list? Oh, okay. My next one is a steamer for your clothes. I use this all the time because sometimes I'm too lazy to iron my clothes. If you have clothes with wrinkles in them, you just like put water in this thing, you turn it on, and you can steam your clothes, and it gets the wrinkles out, and it's fabulous. And one time I did burn myself.
Yes, the water is very hot.
The water is very hot. Don't tilt it.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, but I use that quite a lot, actually. Like, I use it a lot, and it's great. Nice. It does the job.
Nice. I feel like I maybe don't have the right steamer, because sometimes, like, wrinkles can be real stubborn, but...
It's true.
I will say, I remember, like, around graduation back in undergrad, like, I steamed the stole, the thing that you, like, wear around your neck.
Oh, yeah.
And I, like, it worked so well. I was so impressed.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I use it a lot.
That's great. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something that I just got last week, and it has very quickly risen to this list for a compelling reason. Okay, so I mentioned on this pod that I got hit by a car last year. I was out walking, like, and it was dark out, and it's not that I wasn't visible, that it was definitely the fault of the driver. There were lights outside, like, it was,
right.
This has been established. However, it's been a process of, that's an ever evolving process of therapy to, feel comfortable doing as much. It's not like I don't walk anymore, but I do really like walking at night, within a reasonable degree, not like crazy late, but right. I like walking when it's darker out because, there's less glare of the sun, and I feel like I don't have to strain my eyes as much, and I am usually out with Romana anyway, so I don't really need to see too much of what's in front of me. I'm usually just walking on sidewalks anyway. So I love an evening walk, but I was, I'm still like really nervous about being out later, especially since that's around the time that it happened. So I was actually talking to my therapist about this, and I mentioned that, like, I saw someone, like, walking, like, a few weeks ago that had, like, these, like, lights on them, and it was hilarious because she knew exactly what I was talking about. She was like, oh, I have that thing, too. It's like a lighted kind of vest, but it's, I feel like calling it a vest sounds kind of tacky. It's very sleek looking. It's called Nox gear, Nox gear, and it's a lot like marketed toward like cyclists and runners and, you know, people who are like trying to move fast when it's dark out, like either in the early morning or at night. And I immediately looked it up after I got out, and I purchased it like that day. And you guys, it really changed the game for me. They also sell like lighted harnesses for dogs, and because I'm walking with Romana, I had like I have a light on her harness handle, but it's not enough. Like I need more visibility. And it's so like, oh my gosh, I feel like I could go on, and I've barely had it for a week, but like,
and it's really cute looking gear.
It is.
Yeah, it's actually really sleek and like nice. It looks really cool.
It's very, very well engineered.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I don't know if it was going to feel like really cheap or anything. It's got like reflective bits, but most of it is like actual lights, which is just really helpful. And like, frankly, I feel a lot safer walking at night. And I feel like it's going to be really hard to miss us now.
Yeah.
But it's so cute. Romana looks so cute, all like lit up in rainbow. And like, what is more fun than like walking and feeling like you look like a Christmas tree? I do not know what.
Truly, no, it looks super, super nice, and that's it. Hey, that's a good like rare thing. I bet a lot of people listening might be interested in that. So yeah, way to put in the rare. We love it.
Or seriously, like, I mean, highly recommend for any guide dog users for sure. But anyone who like does like physical activity, I posted it on like my Instagram story. One of my friends was like, "Oh wow, maybe I can go night biking now," and I was like, "Girl, yeah."
Because we love a Segway.
Yes.
Speaking of biking, I've talked a lot about how much I really love my stationary bike. So listen.
Nice. That was a good segue.
I know. I don't have like a fancy Peloton. Okay. My bike was the cheapest thing on Amazon. Like it was like literally, it's like really cheap. But it gets the job done. And my entire life, I've never found a workout routine that I like, ever. Well, that's a lie. I really did like Zumba for a time, but like I have to get there. I can't drive. It's a thing. So I've never really found a workout routine I like. I've been members of gyms before. I did like Pilates, but I quit that. You know, it's like been hard for me. And this is the first time I've done something consistently for a year-ish.
Wow.
I mean, like I got it in May last year. So. And I love my stationary bike. And like when I was thinking of like items that I use frequently that I wouldn't want to live without, like I definitely use it a lot and I love it.
I love that. Oh, wow. I can't believe it's almost been a year since you had it.
I know. I love it.
More power to you. Okay. So this one is not major, but it did make a major difference in my life. I don't really know how I went this long in my life without sleeping with an eye mask on.
Ooh.
I really don't, because I started doing it probably in 2021, I think. Actually, yeah, it was, because I remember the trip that my mom and I decided that we were both going to use them. And I think she feels the same way, because every time where, like, she, like, comes and stays for, like, the weekend, she'll always have her little eye mask. Wow, guys, I don't know. Because sometimes in hotel rooms, it just doesn't get dark enough, and I really hate it when there's light coming in when I'm trying to sleep. I find it really hard to sleep, and I really like the one that you had at your party.
Oh,
that's the one I've been using since then. It's very comfy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. For the context, I had like a sleepover themed 13 going on 30th birthday party, and I gave everybody like sleep eye masks.
I love it.
That's exciting. Yeah, it is a very like comfortable eye mask. I never like
it's really solid
when I bought them. Another way that eye masks help is if you like to sleep with a fan on, that's really not good for your eyes. Even if your eyes are closed, like it can really dry you out. And my eye doctor literally yells at me for sleeping with a fan on because I have really dry eyes. And that is a way that can that's another plus of an eye mask.
Oh wow, I don't know that I like fully knew that. Huh.
Yeah, it can help a little bit with that because he was like, yeah, he yelled at me about it.
Neat.
It's very scary. No, I'm kidding. And, okay, my next one is something Cass forced me to buy, even though she does not even own it.
There's a reason.
So I'm a plant mom. Cass is a plant mom.
Yes.
We love our babies. We kind of realized recently we have right around the exact same amount. I think I have 18.
Yeah, I think I have about
you have around the exact
18,
same amount.
19 plants.
My condo, it like kind of gets a lot of light. It also kind of doesn't at the same time. It's kind of confusing.
Where do your windows face?
East and west.
Okay. Yeah, that's harder.
Yeah. So, and then I have a skylight, but that doesn't do too much. Mm-hmm. Anyway, though, Cass was like, "Get grow lights," and
exactly like that too.
Exactly like that. You yelled.
I yelled at
her. She told me, "Get grow lights." I was like, "Okay, Mom. Yes." No. But no. Listen, they changed the game, though. They changed the game.
I'm so glad they helped.
I have some floor plants, got grow lights, and they are so much happier. They are like growing so much more than they were before. It wasn't that they were like dying before necessarily, but like they're doing so much better. And like I care about my plants. Like I literally I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I really am obsessed with them.
Yes.
That wasn't what I was looking for.
That's okay.
But
we'll take it.
I think I was looking to say kind of like I fuss over them a lot. Like I want them to be happy. And like so with the grow light, like I really care about them and want them to be happy, and I made them happier with the grow light. And I worry about them in the winter without the sun. It's like it stresses me out, seriously. I'm like, y'all aren't getting any sun this whole week.
You'll have to let me know like how you've programmed them, because I think my mom has gotten them before, and I don't think we didn't do like any research where like it was starting to scorch some of her leaves.
Yes, that can happen too.
Right.
Gotta be careful.
Right.
Gotta be careful.
I'd love to know how you learned.
Yes. Okay. Will do.
Okay. So something that I got, I think last year, and I just love is I don't know, I feel like people might have seen ads for them, but it's called the makeup eraser. It's like a microfiber cloth. Yes, okay. It's a microfiber cloth that you just get it wet with water, and you like rub it on your face, and it removes your makeup. And you know, this is confession time. I went an embarrassingly long time in my life, even though I have like not great skin. I have a lot of like acne, where I just would rely on the shower to remove my makeup, which does not get it all off, just so that you know. Just for listeners that maybe were delusional like me.
No.
And it wasn't until my friend was like, "Girl, you better start removing your makeup right." And I started using makeup wipes, but then I was sad about the impact on the environment. Yeah. So I got these makeup erasers, and I got little packs of, like, you get like little ones that kind of have a little ribbon type strap thing to fit on your hands. So they're like kind of, you use them once and then you have 7 of them for each day, right? And I have 2 sets, and I want maybe more. I have one set that is SpongeBob themed that I love dearly. I also have another set that is Disney villains themed, which I love. There's a Sanrio theme that I've got my eye on, but I love them. You can you throw them in the washer and they come out clean, and boom, you've got new ways to remove your makeup next week. It's awesome.
I have the same thing, but mine is one big towel, and so I just use different corners of that same towel.
Yeah.
But I've had that for a while. I would actually like to look into yours, though, of the smaller ones. I think that's cute.
I like it. But I like that it's a set, and it feels very manageable. It's easy to pack. I don't know. It's probably easy to pack one big one too. But
okay, I think my next one is maybe my last one. I was kind of no. I have two more because we have 15. Okay. So my next one is 3 more. I have 3 more. We'll go quick. My next one, I mentioned it on like a very recent episode. I think like 2 or 3 episodes ago. But my next one is earplanes. I literally couldn't live without them. If you are a frequent flyer and you have, or if you're not even a frequent flyer, if you have ear pain on the airplane, which is very hard to say, that should be like one of those like theater warm-ups. Ear pain, airplane, ear pain, airplane. If you have that, I'm telling you, I mean, it cured me of my ear pain I still have a little bit of ear discomfort, but nothing like it was. And I wouldn't be able to fly without them. I truly would not be able to fly. Like, it was excruciating. And I love them so much, and I can't go anywhere without them. So I recommend them. I had a friend who listens to this podcast text me about it, actually. So I do think we're like influencing everyone.
Of course we are.
We're just influencers. It's fine.
Okay. My next thing is not wild, but it is important for my well-being, is my Brita filter in my fridge.
Oh my gosh, how did I not put that on mine?
I love my Brita filter in my fridge. I use it every day. I love cold water. Some people don't. My brother doesn't like cold water, so he'll just like pour it straight out of the tap. No, I like cold water. And it just, that first sip feeling when you get it straight out of the Brita and it's nice and it's cold in your insulated water bottle. It's nothing quite like it.
I use my Brita filter every day, multiple times a day. I would die without it. That's dramatic, but maybe true. Well, I guess you would die without water technically, but maybe not without the Brita. But anyway, obsessed. Yeah. Obsessed. Yeah. My next thing is my Maybelline Superstay liquid lipsticks.
Girl, how is that not on my list?
I love these things.
I'm wearing it.
They are the lip stain of my dreams. If you haven't tried them, they literally are hard to get off because of how great they stain your lips, which maybe not everyday use, but if you're doing something like, if I'm really going out for a long time or I'm traveling or something like that, I mean, eating. You can eat, you can talk, you can do whatever. It does not come off. And it is so good for those long days. It is so good.
My reigning endorsement of it, and maybe this is like kind of dark, but when when I got hit by a car, I was wearing that lip stain, and I think I had it on for 3 days because like I wasn't able to take it off.
And you probably looked incredible as you were healing.
Yeah, I did. I looked fly thanks to you because
like
you
sent
like me
that
one.
Face. No, I love it. I love it so much.
I love it.
And I introduced you to it. See,
you did. You did. And I have you to thank. See, we are influencers.
Yeah, wow. Thank you.
Okay, my thing is, I feel like it's a really interesting story of how I stumbled upon it, but I'm a big fan. All right, so I have this blanket that I really like, and I think the brand is called Berkshire or something. It is a very soft blanket. That's it. It is a soft blanket, and I actually, on the same trip that my mom and I were on, where we started wearing the eye masks.
Oh my gosh, what a trip.
What a trip. It was the first trip like after pandemic for us. So, a lot of things went down. That blanket was in like an Airbnb, and the host just like had it there for us to use. And I just love it. My mom, when she comes to like visit me, she packs her blanket.
Oh.
I will say it's a little bit finicky to wash. You gotta wash, like machine wash cold, separate, and you can't dry it with any hot air. Like it's just on like the air fluff setting. Okay. But it is a very soft blanket, and
is this a bed blanket or like a couch throw blanket?
Well, I think you can get either, but I think I sleep with it. It's a bed blanket. You sleep with it.
Okay. Awesome.
And mine is baby pink. That's it.
Oh, I love that. Aw. Love a good blanket.
It's just a soft blanket.
I think this is my last thing. It's my Neutrogena Water Boost Hydrogel Moisturizer.
Yes!
Which I also bought cast like a travel version of.
Like a month ago, and now I just bought a full size.
I'm a big believer in moisturizer. I have dry-ish skin, and it just feels really good on your face when you have dry skin. Like it really does the trick, and it's not too sticky or heavy, and it feels really good. So I
really like water gel moisturizers, so this was like right down what I needed, because I can't have anything too oily, but I need moisturizer. So this was exactly what I was looking for. In case you didn't know that I had been like running on very little moisturizer lately.
Aww.
And
love that.
So it was the perfect fit for my life.
Yes, perfect. And I didn't want to buy you the full size in case you didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like
No,
it's a test.
No, you're good. And I was shocked at how quickly I made my way through that little travel size.
Yeah.
I was like, I need more.
Yes. We love it. Do you have one more?
I do. Well, I can. I didn't put it on my original list, but I was thinking about it, and this is to no one's surprise. It is Drip Drop. I don't know.
I knew you were gonna
how
have that.
I would survive without Drip Drop. You guys maybe can't hear it in my voice because I'm such a good actor, but no, you probably laugh. Oh.
You are. No.
Wow, thank you. No, I'm totally kidding. I bet you can't. But I bet you can tell. But I'm really tired today. I had like the longest day of my life. It was exhausting. I am very tired. But I've had some Drip Drop, and it really did perk me up, you guys, so that I could record this for you.
Wow. Drip Drop sponsoring the pod in a roundabout way, except they're not. But, hey, they're making the pod happen, quite literally.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I don't know if I can do it. Hold on, I'm going to drink some Drip Drop. No, Drip Drop has been there for me. One time I was on a work trip and I was crying really hard, and my boss was like, take some Drip Drop, rehydrate. And it was great. It was great.
Oh.
It helps you in any situation. If you're dehydrated from travel, emotion, or just exhaustion or illness. I drink it every time I'm sick. Like,
every time I'm sick, every time I've got a migraine, every time if you've gone out the night before and you had some beverages, Drip Drop is here to save the day.
I just realized how weird it said that I was on a work trip crying really hard.
It was, you guys, it was because I got hit by a car. Wow, I mentioned it like 4 times.
But like, I just love how I said that, and I didn't think it sounded weird. Like, I was like, I was on this work trip bawling my eyes out. And then I'm like, and then I thought about it, I was like, wait, that sounded really weird without context. Yeah, it was because I found out that Cass had been hit by the car.
Why is this so relevant to this episode?
You know what? But Drip Drop came in handy.
Drip Drop is always coming in handy.
I love how the light up gear, the lipstick, and Drip Drop all relate to the accident.
How?
Like, what?
Why?
How and why?
Oh.
How and why? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So we have a game. Okay.
It's a game that's not really a game.
It's not really a game.
But kind of.
Yeah. Okay. We were like thinking, should we do a game? And Case had the brilliant idea of, like, what if we named a couple things that each of us said in this episode that we haven't had and that we want to try.
Yeah. And I feel like we had a lot of overlap. Like, we have a lot of each other's things. Mm-hmm. But there are a few things I could say from your list that I would like to try.
Likewise.
Should I go ahead?
Go ahead.
I think I would like to try that little baby skillet.
Yay, little baby skillet.
I think it sounds really cute, and I probably wouldn't use it that much, but it's kind of cute, and I like that idea.
You know, you can probably do a lot more with it. You can maybe even make like a little single serve, little dip or something. Like, I feel like you can really do a lot more with it than just make a single egg in the morning, but
right. I'm trying to think of the other things you said. I think the light up gear is really cool. I don't really walk a lot at night just because I don't really have the need to. But I still think that's really cool, especially for a low vision person, to stay as safe as we can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked a lot of the things you said, but those two were my like standouts. I think of things that I don't have, because I think we had a lot of crossover.
We did. Well, and it's hard because I'm like trying to think about like some of the things on your list. I do want to try that nail stuff though.
Yes.
My nails are like breaking as we speak.
Yes, I think you would love it. It helps me so much.
That and so my windows in my condo face north to south. And so my plants really like the windows that they're in, but I think I am reaching critical mass where I'm running out of space by the windows to put new plants. So I really do like the grow lights that you ended up getting, because like it looks like they're really tall.
You can change the height too.
Yeah, that's really neat.
They like collapse on themselves where you can make them taller or shorter.
Yeah, I think I want to try
tripod
those.
kind of. Yeah,
they're like telescoping?
Yeah, they are. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
I love how like instead of saying, "Oh, maybe we should stop buying plants," instead of that we say, "Oh, wait, we just need to buy more things so we can have more plants." And I think that's the mindset to go into. Yeah, I think that's a good mindset to have. Instead of like, plants, I don't have the room.
No. Plants have oxygen.
No, that's impossible.
And oxygen makes you happy. And happy people don't kill their husbands.
People don't kill their husbands. Yeah. Right. Perfect.
We say as we're single. Please someone get that Legally Blonde reference.
If we ever had a husband, we have lots of plants, so it would probably go well for us. Right. Right, exactly. Yes. Legally Blonde. We love it. This was great.
This was lovely. This was so much fun.
It was. It was lovely. It was great.
I hope you guys had as much fun as we did.
Yeah. Loved it. Had a great time.
I would do it again.
Yeah. I would too. I would too.
I'll do it again.
We'll see you.
Well, thanks everyone.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.